And I'm recording. I'm going to be able to cut this up. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or anything. So just get comfortable. Okay. Allyson, can you tell me a few different things that you do for self-love?
I think a few different things for me. One, it's mostly just, hanging out with my kid. My kid is like one of the most amazing people that I've ever, met. So just learning new things about her day or how she sees it in perspective, honestly, it gives me joy. It makes me happy. That's my self-love. Like, I made this thing, and this thing is doing so great in the world, and she's so happy and joyful, and just seeing her and hanging out with her, just kind of usually, that's my self-love.
Okay, and as a mom, do you ever have moments where you feel like you're overwhelmed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The overwhelming feeling of just all the emotions. Yeah, it's definitely the overwhelming feeling of the future. I think that's really what overwhelms me the most, is because it's like you want so many things for you and your kid, but like Rome was only built in a day. You can't unless you're like playing the lottery and the luck is in your favor, you're gonna be a millionaire that day.
Yeah.
You can't attain what you want to attain right then and there. You're gonna have to work for it, and I think that's where my overwhelming feeling comes from. Is from just the work that I'm gonna have to put in to get where we want to get. Because I want to get there fast, but
I can identify with that.
I want to get there fast. I want to get there now, but I know it takes time, and I have to appreciate the journey, and I have to appreciate sometimes being overwhelmed because it makes me self-reflect. Like, I need to calm down. I need to plan better so I just don't feel so overwhelmed. So I think I do like the overwhelming feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good feeling for me.
So you said you have to self-reflect. Do you feel like those moments and those times where you're self-reflecting, do you feel like that's a portion of self-care?
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's a huge part of self-care is reflecting, because that's how you become better. Like, you see things from when you step outside yourself, you see things and you're like, damn, I could have definitely did this a different way or said this a different way. And then, when that situation arises again, you already prepared for it,
Mm-hmm.
instead of being like, damn, this situation's happening again. The last time I did this, oh damn, it messed up. So self-reflection is such a huge tool in self-care for me that, like, it's essential. It's definitely essential.
Okay, so you said self-love for you is being with your daughter. Can you give me 5 different specific things that you do for self-love?
Okay.
Or self-care?
All right. So one thing is,
And this would be sort of like a tip you could recommend to other people as well.
Okay. Okay. So one way that I indulge in my self-care is I make sure that I journal. I make sure that I journal kind of every day, because, again, my self-reflection is dependent on me journaling, me looking at what I did and how was I thinking when that situation came up. So that is essential. One is journaling. 2 would be to just dance it out. You gotta dance. You gotta move your body. Don't be stiff, because that is just, it blocks your chakras. It blocks the healing that has to go through your body. Just dance it out. I know it feels weird by yourself sometimes. You don't know how to dance. It's okay. Find a cool. I don't got no rhythm whatsoever, but you gonna catch me.
Yes, you do.
Girl. It looks like it. It only looks like it. But yeah, no, you gotta dance it out. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
3, take a long, hot bath and relax your soul. That is essential, because the world is way too heavy, and a nice, relaxing hot bath makes you kind of feel weightless,
Mm-hmm.
So it helps with
Disconnect.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
4, sleep. Get your naps in. That I didn't think I needed a nap until I realized while I was journaling how angry I was, or how, like, when a situation came up, I was like, damn, I can't think right now. You really need to sleep. Like, running on, like, no energy, running on no sleep, you are so irritable. You can't think right. So definitely, essential to self care for me would be to nap or at least rest. Just like take some time, 5 minutes to just calm your body down. I say that to my first graders too. Calm your body down. Calm your body down, guys. And 5, I would say be with your friends. Find some time to be with your friends. You need your people. You can't be by yourself. It's not a thing to like just be by yourself all the time. Humans are not meant to be like that. Self-love is actually being with your community and like being out, being happy, laughing and sharing laughs and hugs and things like that. So I think that's essential, is being around people that you love and that love you, pour into you and you pour into them. That helps a lot. So yeah, those are my essential self-cares.
That's perfect. Okay, so I have a question for you. Do you feel that moms get enough encouragement and empowerment just from our communities? And I know communities are subjective because everyone has a different community, but do you feel like moms have that support to kind of motivate them that, hey, you need time for your own self-love? Like, it's nice to be with your kid, you love that, but you made some significant points of, hey, take a bath, take some time to disconnect. Do you feel like that's there? And what, as a mom, do you feel could be beneficial or helpful to other moms to increase their self-love and motivate them to show themselves a little bit more, prioritize their self-love is a better way to say that?
I think mom guilt is a huge thing that people don't talk about. And that's because like it's weird to like have to like pour everything and all of you into this one person or your child or children, and like not have to and not give yourself enough, because you're a mom, you're supposed to be all about your kid. This is you made this decision, you got to make a whole person, you got to help them every step of the way, it's your job. But like, what happens when like I'm by myself and my kid's gone? Like, what then? So I think that like being able to have that time for yourself kind of helps in the mom guilt, because people want to make you feel like you have to be all about your kid. And yeah, that's great, that's awesome, be all about your kid. I'm all about my kid, but I save some room for myself because it's important. Because if you giving all yourself to your kid, what are you giving to yourself?
And what are you showing your kid as well when it's their time to do it? Like, if you're just giving, at some point you need to be given to as well. And not everybody is so fortunate to have like another team member. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
And that too, single, that's my demographic. So single moms is, I make it so important to tell my friends, like, to affirm them, my single mom friends, to affirm them, to make sure that it's okay to take some time for yourself. You need to drop little Susie at my house so you could go out and have a little fun. Do that. Because you can't be out here just by yourself, taking this journey on by yourself, because it's not fair.
Yeah, and I'm not a single mom, but still, when you have a significant other, you have to pour into your significant other to a degree too.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, we got the kids, we got the love of your life, and it's just like, okay, I'm a little drained here.
What's there for you?
Exactly. And then I feel like too, I love the way you articulate yourself, and you're able to kind of be present with your feelings, what you think, and when you are present with those feelings, that allows you to prioritize self-love and identify with the things that you need.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you found out these things prior to being a mom, or do you feel like after becoming a mom, your needs for self-love kind of changed?
It's so crazy that you say that. I didn't know what self-love was, or love in general, until I met my kid.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that I loved myself. I thought that, like, I was making my whole life about myself, but I wasn't. Like, it's so weird, because it's like now I'm like discovering that, like, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, damn, I'm good at this. I didn't know all these years I was good at this because I was pouring into someone or pouring into a situation, but not thinking I'm doing this for myself. But I wasn't. The whole time I wasn't doing it for myself until I met Mia, and I was like, the intention of me doing things for her allowed me to see that I need to do things for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, have I been like doing things for people my whole life and not me? Like, what do I like? What are my hobbies? Like, I don't just like going to sports games and stuff. I don't like that myself. I like makeup and modeling and doing this and that. And I'm like, when I met my kid, I was like, I have to show you that you have to love yourself too. Like, I know you can see that I love you, but I got to show you that I love myself too. So that is just, it's crazy that you said that, because I did not know how to show myself love until I had a kid that I had to show love to. And in that's how I was like, damn, this is really actually how you show love, and you need to show yourself that. So it was a weird cycle to go through, because my whole life I thought it was all about me. And then I was like, girl, it was never about you. Like, it's so weird. It was so weird. But being a mom definitely changed my perspective on what self-love is and how you can give self-love to yourself.
I always say, so basically I came up with this self-love apparel brand because I've gone through different walks of self-love journeys in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, when I went to college, I went through one. When I got out of a relationship, I went through one. Mm-hmm. And I spent so much time self-reflecting, and it was like after I had my child, I got into this space where it's just like, one, I learned in a silo. So I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out. But having a child with somebody, it's not always in a silo. So you're trying to figure all this out. And I came to this realization that, hey, I got to go on another one of these self-love journeys, because I need to figure out who I am again and what do I like now that somebody else is dependent on me. And it's not, like you said, all about me. And what did I pull from here that has changed, and what do I like? And sometimes some of that stuff don't make any sense when you're like, I love being with my baby and I love cuddling with you, but I'm also tired. So this kind of don't make any sense as to what I'm saying, that I need some space, but I also want to cuddle with you. So,
and that's okay to need some space. And I think a lot of moms don't hear that. Like, it's okay to need some space from your kid. Like, my mom, like, she's the really one that told me that, because I was like, Mom, I just love spending time with her. She's my everything. I love her. I just love the way she smells. She's awesome. Everything that comes out of her mouth. She's like, Allyson, take some time for yourself. You're obsessed with your kid right now.
I was the same way. That was me.
You need to relax.
That was me.
So, like, what are you go take a walk for yourself? And I didn't realize this until she was like 3 months, where my mom was like, have you been sleeping?
Absolutely not.
No, I watch her sleep. What do you mean?
And when I go to sleep, I wake up to make sure she's still
sleeping.
sleeping.
Like, what do you mean? Like, so I think that was, for me, that was a big turning point for me.
I gotta high five you, man. Hey, this has been so good. And I went through that too. Like, it was to the point, like, my family told me, like, you gotta let somebody help you.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
no, this is my job.
And you're not gonna do it the way I want it done. So I'm gonna do it. And I'm delusional at this point because I ain't got no sleep.
No sleep. I haven't eaten. I need a shower. I need to go outside, get some vitamin D. all of these things that are essential to you, and you think you're just like, yeah, da 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 da. I'm going every day, da 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 da. Look, and people looking at you like, you good?
You're losing it.
You need some water. Cause my mom used to look at me like, Allyson, did you sleep last night? I used to be like, no, Mom, I just watched her. You know, SIDS is a thing, Mom.
Yes, exactly.
I used to stay up watching, or like I wouldn't go, like I wait for someone to come home
when I
to go shower.
That my daughter slept in the bed with us, and I'm not lying about this. I slept with a crowbar over top of her, so because I was like, no, I don't want you to roll over. And Dominique, that's my husband's name. He's like, yo, like you're sleeping crowbarred over top, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm
gotta protect her.
Yeah, I'm protecting her while I sleep. And when you think about it, you're not really sleeping.
You're not.
If your arm is like this, you are resting, but you're not sleeping.
And your brain doesn't have time to catch itself. So you think you're going, you think you're doing great, and then it comes that time where you're just like, fuck, what just happened? Wait, what? I thought I was awake. So being present, that's a huge thing for moms too.
Yes.